What's going on, guys? Prono go bringing in more StarCraft Aftermath by Christopher Ng. This is episode 5, Trial of Truth. I have also been informed that the epilogue does actually have gameplay, so we'll look for that at some point. As the Kindred fails to find any sign of the Kala representative supposedly held in custody by Zertul, the band has turned to their elders requesting support for a rescue mission, with which they were denied, or for which they were denied. Support for which they were denied. Having found themselves betrayed and caught amidst the flames of old enmities, the group decides to take matters into their own hands. Meanwhile, a small contingent of the Executor's fleet manages to penetrate the blockade and prepares to meet with Artanis at a secure location not far from the Council Citadel, as Zertul is brought to face an ancient method of interrogation. Oh, so they didn't kill him. He said he gave his life and all that other stuff. That's really weird, because you'd really expect that... Like, I don't even... Now that... Just how as that was very inconsistent, where it really did seem like Zertul was dead, I don't even know if that unnamed Cerebrate that Kerrigan was supposed to consume or something is dead either, because technically it didn't happen on screen, so I don't know. And I also don't know what the fuck the link is between, like, the Zerg portion of the campaign and the Protoss portion so far. Maybe there will be some explanation for that. Zertul, self-proclaimed prelate of the tribes, you are here to face the trial of truth. Trial of truth! Be careful how you judge, ... Silence, betrayer. Truth will be found, and your lies will be known to all. Should you admit to your crimes here and now, by the ancient traditions, your life will be yours to keep in exile. I ask no mercy nor forgiveness. I ask for no mercy. What I will myself to do, I do by my own convictions. It is for truth that I suffer the people to see what led us here. Suffer the people to see. And you shall be judged because you do not believe in me. Prophecy! Amon! Secrets will be revealed, and many will turn away to seek the truth. This is a really long opening. There shall be factions and divisions among us, but in this we will find our peace. What is the meaning of this? Hey, it doesn't have really inflated stats for no reason. The prelate has done nothing wrong. Zertul did nothing wrong. I led the raid personally. Under your direct orders. Fool, and you come expecting them to believe you? No, but the ritual will show them everything. What have you done? Even if you tell them everything, prelate, they will never change their decision. The people are exhausted by all of this. It must end here, and it must end now. Well, at some point this opening must end so that I can play the game. That would be nice. Because of what you have done, there will be no end to our conflicts. Zertul's like a real babbling lunatic in this. Everything he's said so far has, like, no connection to itself. It matters not. We will bring order into this world, and you will honor us for it. Just let me play the game, please. Oh, okay, bye. Hello. Zertul's location is within Telematris's shield matrix, and we've rebuilt it in such a way that each node will have their own unique and independent power grids. And... oh, yes, right. To the point, of course. This prevents us from simply warping him out of the temple. Furthermore, we cannot risk engaging the Council's air forces. Their fleet beacon is just within reach of the temple. We may be able to disrupt their control systems by overloading its core. Yes, right. I have heard stories of the same stunt before. As I was saying, oh, and have I mentioned the Matrix design was made by yours truly? I get that this is, like, cute because he's supposed to be this, like, doddering guy who's, like, going off topic. Right, now before we could just do just that. Maybe after you've, like, if you didn't have a 5-minute opening where I have to sit here and wait and do nothing, and by that I mean overloading the fleet beacon. Dude, just let me play. Come on. We need to destabilize the shield nodes in the area. Like, this is taking so much longer that I actually prefer the old method of just plastering text on my face. And I have just what you will need to do that. Like this... Executor, the Council Guard will not hesitate to engage our forces on site. It's their duty to protect the temple grounds at all costs, no matter the circumstances. We cannot afford to engage them in combat. Why is every single fucking dialogue line? One line. Come on! Find a way to plant Danamoth's node keys without it causing any casualties. Plant Danamoth's node keys on each beacon. Are you, psychotic? I can't fucking play the game again. Great. Nice gimmick. Well, I guess we'll fucking save. Jesus Christ. What is it? 5? Only time we've had to save so far. What? We can't recall? What the fuck is the point? Okay, well. Ay, ay, ay. So we have to stasis them to death, basically. This is what I'm getting. We don't have access to these for some reason. Or... Executor, you must stop this madness at once. How about you let me play the game? What the fuck? Stop that. Jesus Christ. I don't know why this is, I don't know why this is like this. This is pretty bad. So now we have to use, like... I thought this was going to be a slightly interesting mission, even though it's obviously a fucking stupid micro idiot. Because of the fact that there would be, the option to... Your time would be better spent searching for them. Why am I getting paused for single lines of dialogue that have nothing to do with... What is even happening? What is he saying? Why is he speaking? Just tell him to shut up. Okay. Now let us continue. Stasis is only 100. I don't know, man. This is, I thought this was going to be a mission where you had to, like, recall and be a little fancy with your micro or something, but clearly that is not the case. We feel your presence. Okay, bye. See ya. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, it seems pretty fucking basic, like, pretty simple. I don't know what the challenge is, actually, besides staying awake. But, I don't know, man. This seems very bizarre. We feel your presence. Okay, off you go. Bye. See ya. mean, this is like the most basic way to handle this. Like, I would expect something a lot more substantive here.
Feel your presence.
Can you fuck off, please? Thanks.
We feel your presence. We feel your presence. In God's name.
Excellent work, Executor. Thanks. It took me 2 seconds to figure out how to do it. Pretty challenging. Now, if I could just pinpoint his exact location. The temple guards are taking defensive positions. Impossible. What do you mean, impossible? Wait, we are detecting multiple shuttles converging towards the temple. The nodes were reconfigured? Question mark? Do not be alarmed, Praetor. The prelate is safe. It's time the past be severed and buried. It's time you let me play a mission instead of a gimmick and pausing my game. This temple shall be their grave and a memorial of a new beginning. Must we always settle our differences in war? The very principles calling them to draw their weapons will be their end. Principles that has been dead for ages. Should be have. This is really... Like, this mission is way worse than the second mission, even, in terms of interrupting game flow, through which we have been given our lives. Executor, this clash will ignite a full-scale war unless we intervene and rout the guards before the tribes mount their offensive. What? What does that even mean? While the guards are regrouping for a counterattack, I will lead a strike party to delay the shuttles. But that would bring everyone against us. We have survived these flames before. We have to do what we must, even if it would cost us our lives. The echoes of Tassadar are strong in you, Artanis. But I'm afraid this time they scream too loudly. Can I play yet? No one is forced to do what I ask, Danamoth. Your convictions are as valid as any other. It's not a Discord chat. My sincere apologies, Praetor, but we simply cannot hold the factions from war like this forever. There must be another way. But until then, I'm taking the others to a safer distance. Farewell, old friend. Prepare our forces, Executor. Ellipses. And Taru Tassadar. Just changing O's into U's, that's my job. Desperate intervention. Objectives. Dark Templar forces are en route to assault the temple. You must rout the temple guards before they arrive. Destroy the nexus within the temple grounds. Okay. That doesn't seem too difficult.
I'm waiting very well.
Especially if we can find a way to get these guys in there.
So be it. Very well. We are vigilant.
Let's get these guys in here. I'm really, like, I feel like it's very obvious at this point what should be done to fix this mess, but in case it's not obvious, none of this really makes any sense, so. Are we still not allowed to cause any casualties, by the way? Because we're supposed to destroy the, Okay, well. Is this supposed to be another mission in a mission, by the way? I can't click on it. Oh. What? Oh, you're a piece of shit. Pretty epic. Let's see how if my units can pathfind their way in, and we can just stasis units, I guess. Alright. I think we got it. Join us, Zeratul, and this new order will finally unite us. Maybe create a map revealer? I can't see anything again. You are as blind as you are inexperienced, young assassin. Maybe this was tested on, like, normal game speed or something. If you refuse our offer, you will die with the others. So be it. I will grant you of your wishes. Grant you of your wishes. Was it supposed to be one of your wishes? Pray your ability to wield the blade proves more convincing than your words. Pathetic creature. You presume too much under false pretenses. Under such false pretenses. I think there's been more time spent in cutscenes than there has been in playing the game. You are indeed worthy, mighty Zeratul, prelate of the tribes. Artanis, the Stepple will be nothing but ashes in moments. All my units have died while I'm watching this cutscene, so I can't tell them to move out. The assault would have lured the guards to a safe distance, but now they will hold their ground and die in the explosion. Danamoth! How could I fall to such treachery? Faith and hope is a luxury enjoyed only by those we serve, young Arteris. Artery. We who preserve such pastures the people yearn to dwell in must take the burdens of knowledge. What does that even mean? LOL. And unless we who are entrusted with such duty find truth, ... We are nothing but slaves to those who feed upon our misery. Once again, just like that unnamed cerebrate, nothing that Zeratul has said at all so far has made any sense. The temple grounds disintegrates into ashes as the might of the Telematra's shield nodes engulf the area with devastating force. Left without a choice, Zeratul, Artanis, and the Executor's strike force slips through the chaos and begins a search for the Elders, leading them into a mountain fortress near the Valley of the Forsaken, where ancient temples stand vigil over the vast and desolate landscape. Yeah, again, this feels like you copy and pasted a fanfiction or something that you wrote and put it into a campaign without actually making maps. I don't know, like, I don't understand why so much of this is like if you want this stuff to be in your story, present it with gameplay. But obviously, I have the benefit of hindsight, or sight at all. I found it weird that the The portrait here is Aldaris, but the portrait in the Zerg mission for this epilogue text was, it was the adjutant, for some reason. In the shadows and throughout Shakuras lurked the kindred of the Twilight. Having understood what Zeratul had planned, the radicals decided to continue the prelate's work in driving the factions separated by means of principle, by free will and desire for truth, ensuring the salvation of many from the coming war. I thought the kindred were the... I guess, so they had good intentions, then, with the attack? I don't understand. I really have not understood any... At any point have I... At no point have I understood the narrative. And this is a pretty absurd indication that... Or... I don't know. This particular mission felt really... incredibly bad for that sort of thing. I don't know, man. There was no game flow here. There was very little gameplay here. Once again, the Protoss are gimmicked out of being able to actually have a base and, you know, play the game. Even the Zerg, who were very heavily gimmicked, at least had that. At least they could mine and build stuff. First mission of the Protoss side, couldn't do very much of that. Only under gimmick pretenses. And in this mission, you couldn't do that at all. So, yeah. I don't think this mission is salvageable. If you want to do something like this, you'd have to... Obviously, you need macro. You need an element of gameplay here. You need to completely rework the way that you're pacing. Like, I don't think anything that was paused here needed to be paused for the purpose of, like, game flow or whatever. I think you could have just opened up with gameplay instead of anything else. Could have put that opening scene in the briefing instead of having it clog up the opening game time, or at least cut it down so that it wasn't really long. Yeah. So that's certainly the first bit of feedback I would give you. But otherwise, there's nothing. I don't really think that this mission can be salvaged, like I said. You would need to make it so that maybe you have to escort Danamoth to beacons or something, but the way that you liberate the surrounding area is by playing the game, you know? So this suffers a lot from the other stuff, too, where it's like very much a problem with regards to playing the core game. Like, you're not able to do that. Like, the amount of gameplay that's actually in your mission here is very low compared to the full gameplay of a StarCraft map or a Melee game, you know? So, we're not playing a feature-complete game in this mission. We haven't really been playing a feature-complete game in any of the missions, but this one was really, really bad for that. Like, the least percentage of a feature-complete game. You know, this is, I guess, a micro mission by comparison, but the previous mission was more like that, too, I guess. I don't know. I don't have much else to say on it. Hopefully I'll have more useful feedback for the other missions. But, yeah, there's 2 left, so buckle up. Give Chris your feedback if you have any, or you want to echo a point that I made. And there you go. Bye.